Hey y'all, I'm Cheryl Ward with the Crush Girls, and I am here with Chef Shockley, and he is going to give our special guest a great treat. This is Alice Stewart and Phillip May.
Hi.
And we are going to dip some chocolate and drink some baby making wine.
Yes, as you refer to it, yes. We call it Primitivo. And Primitivo is an Italian version of Zinfandel. The Italians will tell you that Primitivo came first. Other people tell you the Zinfandel came first. But because we import Italian wine, I'm going to go with the Primitivo. And it's a very luscious, rich wine. It's got wonderful fruit on the front end. It's got a good balance to it, and actually goes very well with chocolate. So that's why we're going to have a red wine with chocolate today, which you don't often see, but it makes a great match. And people should actually try it more often. So I'm going to pour a little bit of the Primitivo here for us to try.
And with Valentine's Day right around the corner, this is probably great.
Perfect.
Because we all do the chocolate strawberries.
And I'm going to do a very easy recipe to make chocolate for dipping strawberries. Traditionally, you have to melt the chocolate and temper it and take temperatures. And this is a quick, easy version using just everyday chocolate chips and a little bit of heavy cream that will allow it to keep its texture and its luster when we dip it. And I think it's a quick, easy home version. We're going to do strawberries and pretzels today, but you could do dried apricots. You could have fun and try different things to dip in the chocolate we're doing at home instead of just getting a little plastic tub of strawberries at the grocery store. So I hope you'll have some fun, and I hope you enjoy the wine, Primitivo.
Oh,
Salud.
Cheers.
Prost.
It's really good red wine.
It's rich, but it's very fruit forward, and that fruitiness is what's going to go really well with the chocolate.
Oh yeah. I can never think of what to drink with something desserty like chocolate. This is going to be really intriguing to try it together.
It'll be fun. So I've got 1 cup of just plain chocolate chips and a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I'm going to put it in a double boiler and just going to let it go very slowly until it melts, but it'll just take a couple minutes to melt. And while that's going on, you can tell us about your wedding. Unfortunately, I was out of town for the actual wedding and missed it, but my wife was there, and we're very excited to have y'all as the newest couple in our church.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was,
Everybody was there, except for some of the holiday people. It was on a holiday.
It was what, on New Year's, right? Or
Just about. It was the 30th of December.
how cool was that?
Yeah,
It was
it
beautiful
was-
winter whale.
it was fun, and with my work as a pastor there, our community in Corpus Christi is really, that church is most of our friends. So we thought instead of inviting all of them to our wedding, we would just invite ourselves to that Sunday service. So we got married right in the middle of the Sunday service.
Oh,
That's right.
well, that makes it nice. You didn't have to look for a venue or anything
Well,
like that. That leaves out like one stressor for most brides and grooms.
It was very simple, but it was also very natural feeling. It was that's our community. And,
It's amazing how church can make you feel like a big, huge family.
It was
yeah.
that feeling.
The really great part, I thought, was that we got to serve communion right afterwards together to everybody else.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
really nice.
So did you go on any trips or anything? Like a big honeymoon or?
Very small. We just went hiking in the hill country.
Oh, well that's fun.
It was great.
The
we have
country's
a-
beautiful.
And we have a trip back to my hometown in Toronto planned for the summer, which will really be good.
I bet
Now
you-
what will the weather be like there?
It'll-
Is it going to be hot or, because it'll be hot here,
I'm sure I will think it's freezing.
right?
Yeah. A typical July day in Toronto would maybe get into the high 70s Fahrenheit.
Oh, you
But
need
every
to
once,
go.
Oh, we'll park up.
every once in a while we'll get a heat wave and it'll get up into the hundreds for a little while and everybody panics. And but that's quite rare and it doesn't last very long.
All right, Chef Shockley.
Mike.
Hi.
Let-
That was fabulous.
In that brief time, I've just barely let the chocolate melt. I've stirred to incorporate the heavy cream. You can see it's got a nice glisten to it. And you don't want to overcook it or it will break, as we call it, with chocolate. But this should be just about right. If it needs a little more, we can put it back on the heat, but I think it'll be okay.
Now, when you say the chocolate breaks, because me and my sister have had a war with chocolate chips and white chocolate and melting them, and it just turns into yuck. It's not smooth or anything like that. What happened?
It's-
What did we do wrong?
Chocolate's very temperamental. If you get it too hot, too fast, it breaks because chocolate's a mixture of oil and oil and water don't naturally like to mix together.
Okay.
So that's where the heavy cream is also an emulsion, so that helps it do that. If you get water in chocolate, it'll seize and it gets really hard and yucky really quickly. So chocolate is very temperamental, which I think is where temper comes from. Actually comes from the temperature. But anyway, so this is a quick and easy way to do it. And we'll see here. I'm going to try a strawberry. Make sure we're okay. All you got to do is just kind of swirl it in there. And then you can stick it on here, and if you just let it sit, it's going to set up very nicely and very easily. Like I said, so you can also
I think even we can manage that.
take a pretzel. Do that. I love chocolate covered pretzels.
Ooh, what's not to like?
The combination of
Just
salty and
salty,
sweet.
yeah.
It's
I'm
it's
giving just another minute on here because it's not sticking as well as it should. The other thing about chocolate too is today is very humid,
yeah.
and that makes a big difference when you're working with chocolate or making candy as well. If it's very dry outside, it works better. When it's very humid outside, like I said, it seizes up a little bit. And even with the air conditioning, when you go into a chocolatier, they've got very strict temperature and humidity control in where they're working the chocolates.
So what is the difference between this and like a fondue chocolate?
The fat content, basically. A lot of the fondue chocolates, they
It's
will
really
take,
fat?
they pour oil in it.
Oh, okay.
And just pure vegetable oil, and that thins it out and makes it very creamy and luscious and shiny. But I prefer cream over oil myself if I'm going to be eating something like this.
Would butter work?
You've got to be careful with butter because butter's got the water content is a little bit different than it is in the cream, and if you're not careful, then it will break on you as well. Because like when butter separates, when you melt it, butter separates. When you
Into the
heat
solid.
cream, it doesn't separate. So that would be the difference there.
The chemistry of cooking.
Yes,
There's a lot going on, isn't there?
there really is.
So where is your church at?
We are at 700 South Upper Broadway, just downtown. We look out over the bay. It's a beautiful, beautiful church. The building that we're in now was built in 1948,
Oh my gosh.
but the parish community has been in existence for 152 years now,
Wow.
which is a long time for this part of the world. And it's really a wonderful community.
What is the church called?
The Church of the Good Shepherd, Episcopal Church.
Okay.
Yeah, and something for everybody. Great youth ministry that Chef Shockley's daughter and son are part of, and young adult ministries, lots and lots of good community activities.
We've been very blessed to have you. You've been with us for a year and a half now.
Coming up,
Almost 3 years.
Coming up on 3.
Isn't that long?
Yeah.
Come by time flies, huh?
Yeah.
No plans to move, right?
Oh.
Oh no.
This is it.
It's
Corpus is for you for life.
Well,
Well, you know how to make God laugh.
yes.
Tell him your plans.
Yeah. Plans need to be held lightly, I think, but no, nothing on the.
And we hope not.
In the
We
near
love having
future.
you here.
Oh, it's a blessing for me to be part of the community.
Well, let's give it a
Try it.
Let's
swirl.
give these a try. I've had my
Sit there
eyes on
and-
strawberries.
I'm gonna have to try a pretzel.
This could be your guys' Valentine's
Yeah.
dessert.
Yeah,
Aw.
we'll do that together.
You guys are glowing.
Mmm.
Sweet and salty.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good, Chef Shockley. Thank you.
And then when you try the wine's going to taste completely different this go round.
That is so much fun when you get that change.
Yeah, the mix of the chocolate with the wine is pretty
It just
fantastic.
it lingers on your tongue.
Well, you know what you're doing for Valentine's Day, right?
I'm looking for this wine. It's awesome.
Be careful with this wine, I'm telling you. The baby maker wine.
I'm gonna get busy. We're running out of
Yeah,
time.
you never know. Alright, well, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. You look lovely and happily in love. It's beautiful to
thank
see.
you.
This is Alice Stewart and Phillip May and Chef Shockley. And we're helping out with Martin Ulisse Imports. And you can check us out on Facebook. Go get your chocolate for Valentine's Day in your Primitivo.
You're here.
Cheers.